I'm the odd couple.
Weeknights at 10 on 50.
The midnight hour has long departed, and the haunting hour has arrived. What you're about to witness will chill your spine and push your imagination to the limit. Be prepared for an encounter with doom, for around every corner there lurks terror. This is Saturday Night Dead.
Cheer up, Shorty. This is the year of the Scot.
The year of the Scot my ass. It's more like the year of the screw-up.
Mr. Chase. Shorty, I tell you, she's out there. Nessie's out there someplace. I bet my last jug of scotch on it.
Oh, you will, huh?
Yeah.
This was going to be the big score, wasn't it, Ray? We were going to come to Scotland and bring back Nessie when no one's been able to do it for 1,400 years. We begged, we borrowed, we stole every piece of gear we could get our hands on. And all we got was a lot of Scots talking about their bloody ancestors. Hell, even the broads here don't put out. Unless you ask them to marry.
All right.
Ready to go?
That you, Professor?
Aye, aye. Is that our new Nessie watcher?
The very same. A Spencer Dean from the University of Texas. He's already asked
Good,
for you.
good. I'll be right over. Just let me tie this gear down.
Where the devil is Shorty?
Shorty won't be coming back.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Ah, forget him. We hit the jackpot, man. Yeah. We're rich, Pratt. You hear me, you silly son of a... We're rich!
Brad, we've been through some nasty times together, you and I, but I think this monster business is really getting to you.
I ain't crazy, Pratt. Now, you listen up. We found Nessie's letter down there, Shorty and me. First, we seen her. Then we went down there and we found her and a whole lot more. There's a couple of dead Nazis in a bomber or something. You know, World War II stuff. And then the monster come after us and got Shorty. But we got the whole card, man. We got something better than Nessie herself. We got her egg. How about that, huh?
I've been looking forward to this for a long time. All we get around here are tour buses and Nessie detractors. A little scientific banter would be very welcome right now, even from a Yank.
Well, with your reputation, I think I'll leave the science to you. And as for the Yank, well, the best I can do is Houston, Texas.
You're too modest. All of us here have been following your experiments with side-scan sonar. We're very interested to find what it can do here.
Let's have a look at the boat.
After that, we'll have to get some more. What I'm concerned about now is how we get it out of here, huh?
How about if we just drive it the hell out of here?
Are you crazy, man? The slightest vibration and you destroy the embryo. And there goes your golden egg.
All right. Just hope the membrane is still intact.
What are we gonna do?
Pray, man. Pray! That is, if you still remember how to pray. You look tired, Dad. Get some rest. I'll take the first watch.
I've told you about some of the seasonal oddities who frequent Loch Ness. But the one that takes the cake is the mad Scotsman of Killiecrankie Island. He lives there in the ruins of Killiecrankie Castle, a hermit. He was a piper with the Glencoe Guards. You Americans would say he's off his rocker.
Dangerous?
What would you say about an old man who plays out battles long since forgotten? Who has a collection of old weapons he guards like a mother hen? They say he even talks to Nessie. I am impressed. Isn't it amazing what money can do? A gift to the school?
Courtesy Bandera Oil. It's a big Texas outfit.
Aye. You know, there was a time when I resented the royal family with their country places and their horses and such, until somebody told me how many people they employed. A lot of good has to come out of that.
Well, there was a time I was angry about the oil profits. Then the school got this grant, and I got the most expensive toy a scientist could ever have.
Elegant. Where do you plan to start scanning the Loch?
Well, I was about to ask you that. I don't even know what the water rules are here.
The man who lives over there might just have the answer.
Is brother here?
Why? Jack Stewart. He knows this loch like his own bathtub. He grew up there in the old manor. Crusty old bird. A throwback to medieval Scotsman. An endangered species, I might add. I just hope he likes you. There's two things I want to warn you about. It was Stewart who took one of the early photographs of Nessie, the silhouette.
With the Kodak.
Aye, with the Kodak. He was called a crank for a quarter of a century. There's the manor.
But the negative was documented as authentic, not a fake.
True, but the crazy Scot image stuck. So he turned his back on what he called vile man. However, if he takes to you, he just might show you the trophy room.
You said there were two things you wanted to warn me about.
Is Kathleen a little on the feisty side? She doesn't like Yanks.
It's unlocked. I didn't say it was open, but I said it was unlocked. Never been locked against man or beast. If it were unlocked and you meant my harm, you'd only go by window. So if your business be peaceful, make your face known. Ah, George!
Jack Stewart. I want you to meet a new colleague of mine from the United States, Spencer Dean.
Oh, another Nessie watcher. Good God in heaven. Don't you Americans ever give up?
Well, you never did.
You know, the young man's right, Jack.
I built a fire in the trophy room. For some odd years, I've seen them come and go.
Aye, Jack, aye.
The summer people. Expensive gear. Their boats and their platforms, the cost of which would feed an army. And for what? You see that? That on the mantle? That's me Kodak. Me Kodak which cost £1.10. The Kodak what took the first picture. It's printed in all the books, and we are royalty, I might add. For 30 years, they called me a fraud.
Now, Jack Stewart, if you will just calm down, I want to tell you about my friend here. He has come with new revolutionary sonar equipment. It's the one thing that will help us to find Nessie.
To find her, eh? To help find her. What are you gonna do when you find her? Put her in a sideshow, a freak to be laughed at? Do you have an answer for that?
Yes, I do have an answer for that, sir. There are a lot of people who would exploit Nessie for what Americans call the fast buck. But for 1,400 years, people have been seeing Nessie, or rather a whole family of Nessies, And some of these people have been dedicated scientists, like Dr. Sanderson here. We think that she should be studied if she is to be protected, if she is to be preserved.
Preserved? Preserved? It sounds like you want to pickle her in vinegar. Away with you. Away with you.
We want to keep her alive, as you do. Alive and free, right here in Loch Ness. Nessie is the greatest unsolved mystery of our time.
They call her a monster.
Well, what is a monster? It isn't easy to achieve monster status. We need your help. That Nessie out there could be the last.
The way you put it makes a man want to reach for the elixir of life. Kate! Kate!
Wouldn't you like to find Nessie?
Aye, before I die. There'll be guests here who need attention.
What he means is he's found another excuse to break up on another bottle.
Kathleen, I want you to meet... What was your name, lad?
Spencer.
Mr. Dean is a Yank from the States.
Is it true, Mr. Dean, that Americans go to the picture house more than once a month and spend a lot of time looking at magazines of naked women?
Yes. And this?
This be a sketch by a medical student who saw Nessie the same year as snapped the photograph. Reliable source to my mind.
But that animal is out of water. It's crossing a road.
Aye, and it was not the first sighting on land, nor the last. What of it, Mr. Dean? Nessie is amphibious. There was ne'er doubt to my mind.
No! Oh, Frank, get out of here! Not you
Why rent? Need a tux for room?
marry her, the bonny lass from Scotland. She married me, the bonny lass from Scotland.
Let's start it again. Go on, you said.
She married me, bonny lass from Scotland.
You asked me where I would look if I had your fancy scones and sonars. Well, for one, avoid the bay. And I wouldn't hunt for Nessie, where the river end comes into the loch. All you'll find there is salmon. Start at the mouth of the river Fairgate.
Fairgate.
She asked me to marry her. The bonny lass from Scotland.
She did, she married me.
Imagine me, if you will, the professor who gets the last laugh. To hold in my hand the very synthesis of the mystery of life. People from all walks of life trying to snare you. And they'll come by the carloads to wherever I dictate. For it is I, Professor Pratt, who will write the last thesis on the Loch Ness monster. And they'll pay, they'll pay dearly.
It looks very much like a PB.1. World War II. There's been one found here before, but it is not one of ours. The War Office in London might be very interested in this. The train to London stops at Drumnadrochit. With your permission, I would like to put these tracings on board. We could have a response in a matter of hours.
Be my guest. This is only paper.
Well, it's not Nessie, but we could have a significant find.
Do we hit for port?
Aye, Lieutenant. Full ahead. I figured we've been violating curfew for about 6 hours. Port it is, before they throw us off the loch.
Before it eats you.
Fred, what are you doing in here? Will you get out? I'm sure everyone's going to know what you're up to.
Oh, I'm up to it all right. I've been up to it ever since the beginning of this tour. Everyone's worrying about ham and eggs right now. There's no better time. Man.
Ow. Don't